Mike, what are we doing here?
We're going to solarize this area. This is not going to be garden until July because we don't actually own the property absolutely until the middle of July. So what we're doing is we're putting down plastic, and the heat from the sun will solarize that, and it'll kill all the grass and stuff, so that as soon as we're mulching that end, 2/3 of the property will come back, and this is where the fall garden that we'll put out into July, into August.
That's way cool.
So hopefully we won't have to put down paper. Sometimes when they have raised beds, they'll put plastic over the raised bed, and when the sun comes out, even though it's not that hot out here, it might be 70 degrees, it might be 110 down where this stuff is, and the moisture and everything, and it'll solarize it. I mean, you'll kill weed seeds and everything if you can wait before you plant. So hopefully this is going to kill everything and make life easy.
What's you working? All right. Well, we've made a lot of progress since the last time I did a video. Right here.
Is this our fourth week?
Fourth week. Haul and mulch. Andrew's been working hard down there. You can see how much has been added just since the last, I think it was a couple of weeks ago that I was down here, and there's been a lot added, and it's really coming along. You can see how much more they have to do. All of this will be covered when it's all done. We've really had a lot of people come by and ask about the garden.
Oh, I have never done anything that so many people were just fascinated by. I just left our local lumber yard and spent 15 minutes with somebody who used to be a neighbor. He's telling me, how it's important to have something to do. He's retired and needs something to do of value. And I started telling him about what we were doing. He took out a pad and wrote down Back to Eden, the movie, so he could Google, and I just told him about everything. I gave him my phone number, and I said, listen, this is not a multi-level thing. We're not trying to talk you into something. There's no money changing hands, but this is a God thing. It's an idea, and we'd like to just get it out to everybody we can. So today, before 8:30, there's one other person that's fired up and going back and going to look at it. So I felt like this morning that the Lord kind of put it in my heart, and it was in Pastor Aaron's too, that maybe the Lord will help us to help even other communities begin community gardens. Just offer to them, whatever it is we've learned and whatever help we can bring.
Cool.
We're just believing this is a way to provide for God's people and help us to be a little more self-reliant. And of course, the main thing is to get people looking back to the Lord. Lord, how do we do this? How does this work? What do you want us to do? Show us here your way, and people start looking at gardening God's way. Maybe they'll start looking at doing lots of other things God's way.
Amen.
So we're believing for revival. I mean, we're going to have a wonderful garden. We're going to work hard at it. We're going to pray for God's productivity. But in the end, it's just realizing that we were created for a purpose, created by a creator, and he's got a purpose and a plan, and let's look to it. So anyway, that's our hope and dream. We don't know exactly because we don't weigh, but we've been somewhere now about 150, over 150,000 pounds of mulch in the last 3 weeks, and we probably got another 120,000 pounds yet to go. The garden, this property that we're on, we don't own it absolutely until the right of redemption is over. We bought it on a tax sale. So what we're going to do, starting with that tree, we're going to cut that tree down because we don't need a tree in the middle of the garden unless it bears fruit.
Right.
But from this won't be garden until this time next year.
Right.
That tree
2015.
on that rectangular back to the property line, that's probably about maybe 3,000 square feet, and that'll be garden in July. So we'll put broccoli, and cauliflower, and cabbage, and turnips if anybody likes some Brussels sprouts.
Oh yeah.
Just all those kind of things that ripen up that do well at the end of the season, beginning of the fall. That's what all this is all about. So right now we've just got plastic over it, trying to solarize the soil to kill the weeds and the grass and stuff.
Right.
So we don't have to cover that with paper. So
That is cool.
that's what we're doing, and God's blessed us every day. We're in a busy, it's hard to tell, I know, but we're in the middle of a small town between two 90-degree curves. And
Right.
everybody that drives by slows down. Yesterday, there was a man who stopped in the road and watched 45 minutes, sitting on the highway, sitting in the road for 45 minutes. People are stirred up, and yesterday a guy came with animal control, and he just stopped, and my son was out here working, weed eating in the rain, and that man from animal control said, what's going on here? He said, you're out here making this look like it's a lot with a wonderful home, and there's no home here, and you're covering everything with mulch, and I just got to know what's this all about. And so John just started telling him the story. And when he told him this is going to be a community garden where everything is free to everybody every day, and he said, free, yeah, sure, not really free. But finally, when he began to understand what we were doing, he was just blown away. He couldn't get over the fact that God would do this for it's whosoever will garden. You come every day, pick everything that your family can eat today.
Yeah.
And come back tomorrow. Come back every day. Whatever's here, whatever's ripe, whatever's in season.
Right.
No cost. Just come and dine. The Spirit and the bride say come. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we're thankful.
I guess I've read that in a good book.
Yeah. It was a very good book. Very good book. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I better get back to work.
All right.